And welcome back to Salt Lake City, Utah for the E Ft Handball WPH Race for 8 Players Championship. And you saw that first serve from E Peixoto short against Anthony Selestow. 2 games to 15, tiebreaker also 15, win by 2. Our referee, I believe, is Tom Sheridan. That referee jersey has been changed
170.
a few times. Originally started off as Mike Schneider, and then it went over to Daniel Cordova. Now Tom Sheridan has the duties, and there's a side out. Selestow serving. 0-1. That was a nice serve right there from Selestow down the left wall. Peixoto can't catch up to it. This sport's very interesting. You try to promote the game and you look to see down the brackets and you say, hey, this guy is a good player and we haven't seen him on tour. And an email later, now all of a sudden Tom Sheridan is recruited to play in a tournament where he then qualifies as an unlikely qualifier, and Paul Brady then forfeits after a couple points in his match, and now the whole bracket is completely changed.
That was a bad bounce, yeah. I've seen that one.
Bad bounce off the back wall. E Ft Peixoto looks back up at the ref and says, you know, I might have swung at that, but.
Replay, yeah. So still together at 1.
But the referee called it immediately.
And off.
Peixoto takes that ball into the right corner as a laser and gets that side out altogether at 1. So the whole complexity of this tournament has been changed dramatically as Paul Brady is now out.
Second serve.
Earlier, Abraham Montijo got upset by Jonathan Hingy. And now E Ft Peixoto and Anthony Selestow are just underway here. Score now 2-1.
Point. Three serving 1. Call it. I'm going to play that one again. I couldn't see it myself. I'm going to re-serve it. 3 serving 1. Yeah, screen serve.
I think the referee was basically saying I couldn't tell if it was short, but I know it was a screen, so we're just going to replay it. I actually don't mind a rule like that in the book where the referee just kind of circumvents any type of rule that may exist and just say, we're just going over on this because I can't see it. I know you didn't see it.
Second serve.
And I'm making an executive decision. Boy, Anthony is so quick. It used to be known that E Ft Peixoto was the get artist. Look at this. Peixoto goes down here.
5-7-1.
Anthony has to dive. He knows it's not a ball that you would normally dive to, but he has to leave his feet because Emmett hit it so hard down that right wall.
Timeout.
And there's a timeout being called here. 6-1, and very quick points too from E Ft Peixoto here in the men's round of 16. Earlier it was Paul Brady getting defeated by Michael Schneider from New York. Paul Brady scratches after about 12 or 13 collective points between the two. Paul was up 9-4. Mike Schneider came over to the booth later and said, you know, it's kind of embarrassing when the guy you're playing is killing you in the court, and then he forfeits and allows you to go into the next round. But that's just the way the cookie crumbles there. Paul Brady out with a quadricep tear in his on his right leg, fairly high. And he is now getting physio.
Okay, coming back. 6-1.
Oh, nice get right there, Selestow. It's like a rabbit. These players are finding it very difficult to play against Anthony because they feel that the rally is over and he can flip it to the back wall at pretty much any spot on the court. There's another quick point now for
I
Emmett
couldn't see the
Peixoto.
serve, so you appealing? Okay. 7-1.
That point comes off. Anthony appealed the serve, and both of his line judges agreed that it was short.
Sorry, Anthony, I had it covered. I had it called. 7-1. Right. Yeah. Okay.
This is the Players' Championship, Salt Lake City, Utah, where all of the best players in the world have converged to put themselves onto the center court here. The women, the men's, the senior 40-plus players are also here in attendance, trying to see which one of the over 40-year-olds will win the Players' Cup, which will be on display here in the broadcast booth as the tournament goes on, and we'll show you pictures of what that cup looks like. Names etched on there like Luis Moreno,
1-7.
Charlie Shanks.
Side out. 7-1. Point.
There's another point for Peixoto. Men's round of 16 here.
7-1.
A little different look here in Salt Lake City. That big side banner coming off and now revealing more action on that left side, and the referee stopping the play here. So you're going to see fans lining up on that left side wall, and of course
8-1.
also some of the live camera action coming from up top looking down on that left side,
Second serve.
as you see there. Should be a big setup for Emmett. He goes inside out and rolls that ball flat, now 9-1.
9-1. Point.
It's one of the first tournaments in our history where we have filmed every single one of the men's round of 16 matches, starting with the 1 o'clock match and ending at
11-1.
about 6:15 in the evening. Now at 12-1, Anthony Selestow is just outnumbered here against
12-1.
Emmett Peixoto. And Emmett has thrown in this amazing serve now into his arsenal, which makes him even more dangerous. We've not seen Emmett defeat players quickly on the tour this year.
Side up.
He does it by wearing them down, but against Anthony, you see Emmett going for his shots, changing his style just a little bit, not slowing the game down, actually trying to finish it quickly.
Point.
Selestow sets his feet, gets a point. Point number 2 on the scoreboard.
2-12. Shot. Second serve.
Selestow flexes that right foot of his as he went to push off and stepped right on Emmett's foot. I don't think he would have got to it anyway, as good as he is at getting that ball back to the front wall. Screen going to be played over. Referee Tom Sheridan, best 2 out of 3 to 15. Tiebreaker also 15, win by 2. That should be another point, 13-2.
13, serving 2.
That's a good shot from Selestow. Should slide the left wall. Emmett catches up to it, then a quick fly opportunity for Selestow. Gets the side out, 2-13.
2 serving 13. Lay it out.
It is very frustrating. You get that set up and you hit it in the ground. I don't think Selestow needed to be that perfect. And there's another point here for Emmett Peixoto, now game point.
14, game ball, serving 2.
And there it is. Peixoto gets an ace to close out game number 1. There will be a 3-minute break. You're watching the Aces WPH Players Championship by E Ft Handball in Salt Lake City, Utah at the Sports Mall. And this instant replay brought to you by Mesh, Clark, and Rothschild. You know, they've built a reputation as a leading law firm in Tucson, Arizona, with experienced attorneys backed up by a knowledgeable group of paralegals and staff. They provide exceptional guidance and representation for issues related to appeals, arbitration, mediation, bankruptcy, and business, plus real estate law, personal injury, and healthcare, to name just a few. MCRAZlaw.com. That's MCRAZlaw.com, or call 520-624-8886. Mesh, Clark, and Rothschild. I want to thank them for their patronage of handball and supporting this live broadcast at racefor8.com. We'll have more handball action in about 2 minutes, and we'll be back in just a bit. Stick with us for game number 2 right around the corner at racefor8.com.
Get a remarkable clean with non-toxic and biodegradable Simple Green all-purpose cleaner. Spray straight from the bottle on heavy grime or dilute the concentrated formula to make up to 11 bottles of daily cleaner. Safe for all washable surfaces, Simple Green can be used indoors and out, from kitchens and bathrooms to living and play areas, countertops and floors to furniture and clothing. Keep your home and our world clean with Simple Green.
Rethink what you know about this Vegas icon. Elevate your expectations at the Stratosphere Hotel, Casino, and Tower. See what's new, up, down, and all around.
And we are back here for game number 2, the quickest 3 minutes I've ever seen. My stopwatch was actually had a tear on its eye. I guess my stopwatch really doesn't like when it is told what time it needs to go back to the live action, but nonetheless, I digress. It was Anthony Selestow scoring 2 points in game number 1 with a very quick 15-point explosion from Emmett Peixoto. Now you find Selestow already at half the points he scored in the first game, here at 1-0.
Second serve, 1-0.
This year at the Players Championship, featuring a cool slow-mo replay camera, and you will watch it. You're going to see the replays as normal, but the slow-mo camera is a little bit different because it lets us see exactly what the players are doing in super slow speeds, and it's really never been seen before in the handball circles, certainly during a live event, maybe in post-production, but I want to thank our sponsors for that. Tucson Rolling Shutters, as well as RNA CPAs and MCR Mesh, Clark and Rothschild.
Serving one.
Wow, nice shot there from Anthony Selestow. Picked up by 2, though, from Peixoto.
1 serving 1.
Oh, nice dive there, though. Selestow trying to push it to the deep court. Emmett hasn't had court position here. Contact going to be played over. Selestow asks and gets from our referee, Tom Sheridan. This is the Players' Championship in Salt Lake City, Utah, with the WPH, Edel Handball, and sponsors. The Ace Cleanup Crew. That ball hits Selestow square on the back as it careens toward the front wall. This place is really packed. We've been here for 3 or so consecutive Players' Championships in Salt Lake City and 4 or 5 collective tournaments in a row, maybe 6. Never seen this many people here this early on for some of the early play-in matches, as one of the locals called it earlier. Even though these are the best players in the world. I mean, this place is absolutely packed. Standing room only, packed.
1 serving 1.
We're all together at 1 here. I mean, this is one of those tournaments where the players come to us and ask if they can ref so they have a seat. Nice dig back there in the left corner from Selestow, right up front, goes to the right corner. Emmett's going to get to it.
I wasn't sure.
Oh, this is a crazy play here, because that's not Selestow's call. Emmett would be the one to call too. Oh, this is a rough. That's actually Emmett's call, not Selestow. Selestow stopped play because he said he saw 2 bounces. There's 1. Can't tell there. Emmett's like, what? What is Selestow doing telling me it bounced twice? We're looking at the video replay. There's no way to tell. It's inconclusive. Whoever challenged that just lost a challenge. I just can't see unless we have a sideline camera.
So we're going to have a replay. Okay?
And maybe on this angle here, I didn't know we had this available, but
still the same. 1 serving 1.
There's 1, and there is no way to tell. I'm surprised Selestow stopped play right there and got that to be played over.
2 serving 1. Sharp.
That would, in a million years, not be Selestow's call.
Second serve.
Oh, wow.
No, it was gone, Anthony. It was gone.
Referee's not going to give it to him. Anthony dives for that ball. Should be a technical if he steps out of this court.
No,
Anthony felt that there was contact.
I thought it was gone.
Selestow dives in and he hits Emmett's leg. You'll watch this here. Watch Selestow's left hand hit Emmett right there. Also a foot coming out. Emmett has a little smirk on his face saying, come on, you're no way going to take this. And there is contact. Certainly, Selestow was unable to get his left hand over. This is not an appealable type of play. Referee, I believe, is going to award that to Emmett.
Yeah? Abraham and Katrina. Okay, coming in at 3-7-1.
The score should say 3-1 on the scoreboard. Peixoto
Point.
gets that 4th point now.
Four, 7-1. Side out. One, 7-4.
Unbelievable. Selestow gets what he wants and then overhits.
4-7-1. Sharp off. Second serve.
This is the 2nd game. Selestow only scores 1 in the 1st game.
Point. 5-7-1.
Anthony Selestow from Wisconsin, Emma Peixoto from San Francisco, California. Selestow
6-7-1.
has qualified as many times as pretty much anybody in this draw. Multiple times.
Appeal. You're going as a short.
Boy, that's going to be
Short ball.
called a short second serve
6-7-1.
instead of 7. Now Emmett serving at 6-1. Wow, that ball just feathers out of the right corner. Selestow back into the server's box.
One, 7-6.
Peixoto finding himself returning the serves exactly the way that he's been serving them to Anthony Selestow, who overhit that ball off the back wall and knew immediately that he made a mistake. Peixoto back here serving at 6-1 in game number 2.
And off.
A lot of side outs from Selestow, but not a lot of points being generated.
1-7-6.
He doesn't do much when he gets into the server's box, but he seems to be fighting his way here when he's returning the serve. That's a pretty good serve right there.
And off.
This is the Players' Championship, opening round of 16.
6-7-1. Mark. Seven, 7-1. Mark. Thank you, Anthony. Time out at 8-7-1.
Selestow scoring 2 points in game number 1, finds himself down here 1-8 against Emma Peixoto, going to 15, yet the win by 2. We haven't seen anything really close here so far. This is our 3rd match of the night. Paul Brady losing to Mike Schneider after scratching. He was up 9-4 when he called an injury timeout and then came over and said, I don't think I can continue on with this torn calf, or excuse me, torn quadricep of his, right quad. Look at this. Look at this slow-mo replay by Mesh, Clark, and Rothschild. Selestow diving in, flipping it to the back court. Capturing handball like you've never seen it before with this slow-mo replay. Here's a different angle from the back, different play, in fact. Thought there was going to be some contact. Emmett boxes Selestow to the right, forces him to stay out of the play, goes back inside out, down the left wall, and now we're back into play. And that's what that new camera we've been talking about can provide. People say, we can't see the ball. Well, you can on that. That's a beautiful back wall kill from Selestow, who said that he's not completely 100% there yet after having rotator cuff surgery, but those shots are starting to come back a couple years later. Overhit. Luckily for him, it was long. Gets a second chance at it. That ball hits the ground first. He's out of the server's box, almost guaranteed. This is a game that Emmett can play really well, that methodical roof game. I remember Emmett being a up-and-coming rising star pro 15 years ago. Seems like he's been on this tour forever. Wearing the black shirt, living now in San Francisco, California. A lot of congestion between the two. Selestow gave Emmett that right wall, and Emmett takes it. Selestow can't get back to it, and now yelling at himself with a couple expletives that we will not be replaying on our slow-mo camera. Oh, those are frustrating.
Serving 1.
Nice right corner fist punch flying kill from Anthony Selestow. And another side out. Here now at 1-10 in game number 2.
1 serving 10.
And we're now getting ready for that 3:15 match, which will be coming up in about 7 or 8 minutes from now, which I believe Sean Linning will be on the court. Selestow thought Emmett would go to that right corner again, doesn't do it. Looks like there might be a timeout called. And that's exactly what is called here at the Sports Mall, is a timeout. You're watching the Race for 8 season finale in Salt Lake City, Utah, for the season finale of the Race for 8. The Players' Championship is what we call it with Edel Handball. Since 1957, Mesh, Clark, and Rothschild, they've built a reputation of a leading law firm in Tucson, Arizona. We talked about that earlier. As a service law firm representing business clients and that have either complex or sophisticated legal issues. Contact them as they support handball, and we ask you to support those that support us. And they're bringing us this instant replay here, super slow-mo as Anthony Selestow goes for that dive punch, fist re-kill right corner. And now you see Emmett a little upset with himself. MCR
coming back in. Emmett
is online at mcrazlaw.com. That's mcrazlaw.com to learn more about Mesh, Clark, and Rothschild.
10-1.
10-1, game 2.
Side out.
Another one of those right corner kills for Selestow.
1 serving 10.
Crowd like that rally. I can feel the rumble through my feet as the crowd's stomping in the grandstands here. Emmett adjusts that glove before taking out the back wall, and that ball just squeaks out like a mouse. I'd tell you, I know some refs that would call that a skip. That was so low. I mean, refs that ref my matches, of course. Never been a fan of the refs myself, but then again, I never gave myself a reason to be a fan.
Second serve. Point. 12 serving 1. Short ball. Second serve. Say that. One serving 12.
1 to 12.
No ball. Check it. One serving 12. Sharp. Second serve.
Big back wall setup for Selestow. Tries to clip that side wall, doesn't do it. And that seems to be one of the Selestow favorites. Didn't make the front wall side out.
12 serving 1. And off. One serving 12. Set out.
Beautiful back left corner kill
12 serving 1.
off that serve from Emmett Peixoto back in the box here, going to 15. Up next, it's Sean Lenning and Jonathan Hingy,
Mark.
who defeated Abraham Montijo in the qualifier
13
final.
serving 1.
So we'll see what Hingy does against Sean Lenning, who likes to be the guy to introduce the first qualifiers to zeros and ones, as Sean said. Welcome to the tour. We'll talk about that more later.
Cover. Cover ball. Replay.
Emmett hit a crazy, weird hop on that ball that bounced over to the left.
13 serving 1.
Selestow went around him and then had to try to fight through him to get to it. Selestow dives in, tries to do a backhanded punch fist, doesn't get it. Another point for Peixoto.
14 serving 1.
And this is match point.
Sharp.
Only scoring 1 point in game number, excuse me, 2 points in game number 1. He's now looking at scoring just 1 in game 2, is Selestow. It could very well be over right here. And, oh, it doesn't do it. It sounded like it hit the front wall first, but it skips in.
One serving 14.
Oh, beautiful shot there. Emmett goes all the way from the back wall to the front wall and just slices that ball into the left corner, gets a kill shot, and
14 serving 1.
he's back in here at 14 to 1.
Short ball.
That was close.
Second serve. Straight out.
Doesn't seem like this one will ever end. We didn't have a side out in the whole tournament until this player that wanted to win so quickly got to 14 and just couldn't put it away. This is a round of 16.
One serving 14.
Going to the quarterfinals. One of these guys will, and the other one will be right into a playoff.
Two serving 14.
or the WPH will be playing off all the way from 1 to 16. Again, Peixoto comes in, and now you see Anthony yelling at Peixoto. Now Anthony knows what it feels like to play himself. Peixoto really trying to put this one away.
Second serve.
And I think Emmett's second serve is just as dangerous as the first one. That could be it, and it is. Peixoto advances past Anthony Selestow by the score of 15-2, 15-2, and now will make it to the quarterfinals. Selestow finds himself in the playoffs, and we find ourselves looking right down the barrel of a Sean Linning, Jonathan Hingy round of 16 match. That will be up next on the show court as we take a quick look at some of these replays here, brought to you by Tucson Rolling Shutters. That's a fine one. Selestow dives in and pushes that ball to the back wall. Appreciate those that have watched this live broadcast with a super slow-mo camera, retractable products to enhance your lifestyle, from windows, doors, sliders, patios, to garage openings, to storefronts, thousands more. TRS, Tucson Rolling Shutters, distributes their products all across North America. Contact your local dealer. Ask for them by name or visit TucsonRollingShutters.com. Giving us this live replay in super slow motion this weekend as Emmett Peixoto defeats Anthony Selestow 15-2, 15-2, and that puts Emmett Peixoto into the semifinals at the Sports Mall in Salt Lake City, Utah, as we have more handball matches throughout the weekend here, and a lot of them on ESPN. We're going to take a break. We're going to be back in just a few. It's going to be Sean Linning and Jonathan Hingy. We want you to stick close here at racefor8.com. Stick with us.
This broadcast of the Players' Championship is brought to you by MineSight, the global leaders in mining software, by Tucson Rolling Shutters, by Mesh Clark and Rothschild, and by Simple Green. Simple Green's all-purpose cleaners concentrated formula provides up to 30 times the cleaning value.